All right, guys. Well, thanks so much for tuning in to Fortnite Triple Threat. This week's feature is NamesX right there. And co-host today, I'm sorry, Langston, I didn't have time to add your picture. Langston is filling in as my co-host, Shoutcaster, in lieu of Respawn. So thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We're just going to start off with a quick kind of getting to know NamesX and his channel, what it's about. Then we'll jump in for some games. You're going to see all the Fortnite skills, and then we'll do a little wrap-up at the end. Usually it's about an hour to an hour and a half in total, but it's just a chance to let you all get to know maybe some Mixer streamers that you haven't met before, or, yeah, just kind of trying to introduce some new people. And it's like a broad range of people. It's not like size of channel doesn't really matter so much. I'm more looking for uniqueness, individuality, and just people that I think that you, the audience, need to meet. And so NamesX is one of those. So first of all, I just need to start with this. Do you go by X? Do you go by NamesX? How should we refer to you?
That's a good question. That's a good question. I go by X. That's what I prefer.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay. So X, I know that like the big thing for your channel is giving everyone a fragtastic experience. Do you want to kind of talk about how that idea got started and kind of what's like the main point of your channel or your stream?
So fragtastic experiences, it's kind of something I came up with when I started streaming. I've always been a guy to say like those funny words, to say something that's kind of just like out there that nobody says, you know? Mm-hmm. And I always like to frag, you know, I've always liked to be like a main slayer in any game that I played. So I was like, let me throw together two words, you know, fantastic and frag, and then we get fragtastic. So that's kind of the origins of that. And it's funny because it's something that for me personally, like it's like my own little touch. It's like my own little thing, you know. I
mean, I like it because I mean it is definitely unique, and it's something that like people can like mark your channel and be like as soon as I think of NamesX, I think fragtastic, right? Because you just made it so much like a part of your whole brand, which I think is really awesome.
Thank you. And as far as kind of like a little bit of background about the channel and kind of what I want to do here on Mixer. Mm-hmm. I've always been very heavy into team building and community building, just type of environments, you know. Yeah. And for me personally, like I've been gaming since as long as I can remember, and seeing like some of the favorite people when I was growing up, like I started watching Halo 2 competitive, like watching Walshy, Ogre 1 and Ogre 2, guys like that, and kind of seeing them like show their gameplay and like their skill and their passion. That was something that meant something to me. And then kind of putting together the team building and the community building on top of like showcasing your gameplay. Stream was perfect. It was right up my alley, you know? Yeah.
It's kind of a combination of both the competitive side and like the community side. Puts them in one place.
Exactly. And I think with Mixer being such a unique place to kind of showcase so many different sides of content creation, this was an easy pick for me when I chose, because I originally started on Twitch. Yeah. And you know, it wasn't for me. I did it for like a month or so. It didn't feel right, you know? Yeah. And then, you know, we came back here to Mixer, came over to Mixer. It was formerly Beam when I came over. And I really enjoyed it. You know, everything that I was talking about, showcasing the gameplay, the community building, the team building, like all those things were here. And I loved it.
Well, I didn't realize that you've been around since Mixer was Beam, which is also when I switched over. That's kind of a kind of recurring theme. It's people, you know, coming over from Twitch. That's pretty common. But yeah, I came over when it was Beam as well. So what were you playing back before Fortnite?
Before it was Fortnite, it was Overwatch. Okay. I was heavy into Overwatch. Yeah, I actually used to be top 500 for a couple different seasons in Overwatch. I was a hit scan main.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, I loved hitting my shots, you know, so
that's awesome. Well, it's funny because like your story is kind of like I don't know you all that well. You can blame it on Bad Frog because he's like, Magic, you need to go check out this guy named Zach. And I was like, all right, Bad Frog says this guy's okay, then well, I don't know. I guess I should at least go check it out. No, I went and checked out your channel, which was awesome from his recommendation. And your story just reminds me because like Nakoko Puffs, who was the first episode of Fortnite Triple Threat, he was a big Overwatch player before Fortnite as well. And then Castle, who's also been featured. He kind of comes more from like that Halo background that you were talking about too. So it's kind of interesting how some of these stories like overlap and are parallel, but everybody has their own unique kind of twist or flavor to how they get to, you know, where you are now.
Absolutely, I agree, and I think there's a beauty behind gaming. You know, so many people with diverse, different backgrounds, different styles, play types, things like that. We all kind of come together through streaming and through gaming, and that's something I think is really amazing.
I think that's awesome. Langston, you can kind of talk about that a little bit too, just kind of the universal factor maybe of gaming, because a lot of what your channel is about is kind of making a home for people. Did you want to comment on that?
All right. I mean, it can kind of apply to every channel as long as you can make a safe place where people can feel like they're at home. You know, it's always going to build a good community. So I kind of admire that in a lot of streamers on Mixer as compared to Twitch, where most people just consider a lot of their viewers just as a number, but Mixer's just a different place.
Do you think, and this is just like off the top of my head, do you think part of that has to do with Mixer and the FTL feature, that brings more of a focus to community? Because there's almost this expectation for interaction when it comes to Mixer, which can be a good thing or a bad thing, depending on your personality as a streamer. But do you think that's where that community focus originated?
I think a lot more of the connection is real. Yeah, I think giving FTL and that live interaction feature is going to bring a lot more of a connection as opposed to waiting 2 minutes for someone to respond to you, and then at that point the conversation is going to get drawn out way too long. So yeah, I definitely think FTL plays a huge part in that.
Yeah, I mean, I love it.
It'd be like if I was talking to you right now and, you know, I asked you a question and we had to wait 30 seconds for you to respond. At that point, I'm not even thinking about it.
Yeah. X, what were you going to add to that?
I would say I agree 110%. I mean, I think that as broadcasters and content creators, we have a very small window when, you know, that initial user walks into your channel and kind of comes and hangs out. And I think that we are able to kind of really captivate that small moment, you know, because of the FTL and the ability to kind of, you know, interact with them instantaneously.
Yeah. This isn't a matter so much of like one platform being better than the other, but it just has a different feel to it. And I think that's any platform can be a good fit for someone. It just depends on your personality and what you can capitalize on as a streamer. So this isn't like a rating system. It's just what sets, you know, Mixer apart, what makes it different, and how does that work for your channel. And finding that place where you feel like, you know, you're home or you have a creative space to work in, I think is really important. So that said, X, is it hard for you when you're playing like competitive Fortnite to still keep a certain level of interactivity, or how do you kind of balance that, you know, focusing on competition and the heat of the moment, but still bringing your audience into it? How do you do that?
I think that's an excellent question. A lot of that goes with the countless amount of games and hours I've actually put into Fortnite. I think I have some great teachers. You know, one of those is Frost Hits, those that you will kind of see later on and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I known him for quite some time. He's allowed me to he's taught me a lot of different things, and I think that gave me the skill set to feel comfortable, really kind of taking the extra second to look over a chat and knowing that if all, you know, heck breaks loose, we're gonna be okay because we can instantly just kind of counter, you know, and assess the situation and kind of, you know, move from there.
So like you're saying you're so confident in your gameplay that you're okay taking a second to look at chat and you're still going to be able to pull off the great plays anyways?
I think so, yes. And it's not because I feel like I'm overly good at the game. It's just understanding player psychology, kind of predicting what they're going to do based on their approach to the fight and kind of what they're hitting us with and stuff like that. It's the instant, I guess, threat assessment that allows you to kind of snap into that mode and like, okay, you know, Chad, I'm sorry, I love you guys, but we got to take care of business real quick, you know?
Yes. And I think like when you build your community the right way, they can appreciate that too, because they might be there to interact with you and each other. But when you're in that heat of the battle, I think they can kind of understand, you know, it's going to take a second for you to respond because, you know, it's pretty obvious what's happening on the screen with the gameplay. And kind of just giving them, hey, chat, like, I'll be there in a second. I think that's showing them the respect and attention that chat is so demanding of.
Absolutely. And, you know, it's funny you said that because we have an actual command. It's called !X focus. And as soon as they see that, it's kind of like one of those just signs that Chad knows, like, hey guys, I really appreciate you guys, and I would love to talk to each and read at each and every single comment, but to get those fragtastic experiences, we do need to take those, those brief moments to focus up real quickly.
Also, I love it. So when you type in X focus, that kind of explanation comes out. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, it says X is in currently focusing. He's in alpha mentality mode or something of that sort. So
is it something like your mods would use? Like if someone's like, "Why aren't you answering me?" or whatever, they kind of would pull it up as an explanation of what's happening. Is that how it's used?
Yeah, because so many people in the community are very, very comfortable in our chat, I actually have that command open to any user. So anybody who sees that I'm in focus mode can kind of help the chat out and just keep everything calm, cool, and in the right direction where we need it to be at.
Yeah, I like it. I think that having that open communication is really important so that they understand maybe why you're not being as responsive as normal. I like it. Langston, did you have some questions?
I'm not really. I'm just meeting Names or X for the first time, so getting to see what he's all about is pretty cool, and getting to see how his gameplay is, because I've definitely been in some of those heatful moments where you kind of get that double chin, when you're just like, withdrawing into yourself, ready for the action kind of thing. So being able to keep up with chat's pretty cool.
Well, I had Gunner ask me for to make an emote that's like magic focus, because when I get really intense in the gameplay, I hate it because I'll watch over my VODs and I'm like, wow, I can't. I just like, it's really unattractive. It just really, because I'll like tilt my head down and then my mouth will be like half open. I'm just like glaring at the screen, like super Anakin Skywalker mode. It's so bad.
It's terrible. I have to grow my beard out just so I can cover up my double chin.
That's funny.
It's so funny. But it's like, you know what? I've accepted it. I told Gunner if he ever gets a good screenshot of me doing my focus face, I'll make it into an emote, because I think
nice.
This kind of segues into the other thing is, like, as a streamer or caster, like, you have to have a sense of humor because people are going to make fun of you for stuff, and you have to be comfortable, like, with yourself. I know that I look ridiculous when I'm super focused on gameplay, but there's also nothing I can do to change that, so you just kind of have to accept it and move on.
Yep,
I do have a question, actually. How long have you been gaming, Names?
Oof. Oh, I'd say the first time I really started going into competitive or just gaming in general, online gaming, was probably back in the Halo 2 days or the SOCOM days on PlayStation 2.
Oh yeah.
So that was kind of where I grew up, in that era right there.
Are you on PC with Fortnite, or are you console?
I primarily play on console. I do dabble a little bit with PC. However, I just don't have a strong enough, computer to stream and play at the same time to the quality that I want.
Oh yeah, I know that feeling.
Yeah, that sounds familiar. Is that something down the road maybe that you'd be looking to invest in, X?
Absolutely. I think with where I want to kind of take the channel and really keep up in the ante with the fragtastic experiences and kind of pushing the limits, I would really like to hit that competitive scene on PC. Simply just because I feel like that's where, and this isn't a console PC thing, there's great players no matter where you're at.
Yeah.
But just kind of where the esports scene is currently at, it is primarily based on PC. So that is something that I would definitely look into.
Some of the best players in the world are console players. I mean, look at what's his name, Nick Merckx, dude.
Yeah.
He just straight he's transitioned from Xbox to PS4 and still holds that top spot.
Yeah, but I mean, there's also the consideration, like right now, like I don't know if you've played on private servers before, but currently private servers are only PC, so like you have to keep that in mind. And also, certain tournaments might be limited only to PC or only to Xbox. So, I mean, even if you have the same level of play on PC or console, there might be reasons to go to one or the other, too.
I agree. And, recently we partnered up with Iconic Controllers, and we have this beautiful Elite controller now. And I've always thought that...
Oh, isn't that the red shiny one? Sorry, I get distracted by shiny things.
Yes,
okay.
It's that one.
Yeah.
And that's really kind of closed. I don't know. It changed my perspective on a lot of different things, simply just because my main reason for wanting to play on PC is not being limited by my controller to do certain actions. It's almost like I can think something in my mind, but when I go to apply it, just because I'm on a controller, it's slowed down a little bit too long, And I've always thought that going to PC, I'd be able to limit that and reduce that as much as possible, until we got that Elite controller. And it's tough now because I can do so much with the Elite controller that it's kind of up in the air. So I'm looking forward to playing this a little bit to kind of see how that goes.
That's exciting. Well, I'm sure we'll have some more questions. It's like limiting myself. I have other questions I want to ask, but I think they might be better saved until like after gameplay, because they're more about like what direction you want to see your channel heading off into, or if you have goals. So I think I'll save those kind of for the wrap up. Lynx, did you have anything else you wanted to ask before we dive into some gameplay?
Hit scanner. So you like snipers, I'm assuming?
Yes, I really enjoy snipers. Anything that is very satisfying because you hit that amazing shot is something that you will love to see me use.
Okay, well we had this pretty cool guy on Fortnite Triple Threat a while back, a couple episodes, finished off a game with a headshot, so I want to see some of that today.
No pressure.
Okay.
We've had some pretty good moments. I'm excited because I think your team can bring it. This is and also for chat. So if you're watching Fortnite Triple Threat, the four of us, so NamesX, myself, and two teammates, so we're all going to go into a squad game, and I'm going to intentionally wipe so that we can spectate and commentate on X's gameplay and his team. So Triple Threat refers to the 3-person squad that's going to be going off in these games. And I mean, I don't expect a medal or anything, but I am sacrificing my KD for the good of the channel. So I just want you guys to appreciate that. I'm kidding. I'm secretly camouflaging my KD, and I use Fortnite Triple Threat as an excuse. That's the real story.
Secretly.
So now nobody will ever have to know what my actual KD would be.
It's a secret.
So yeah, usually X, so I don't know how your team is going to be communicating. Usually we'll do 3 games. If it goes really quickly, you know, it's up to you. If you want to do a 4th game, I'm always open for that, but we'll leave that up to you, what you want to do.
Okay. Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Okay. Do you have any other questions for me before jumping into some games?
No, I think I'm 110% good to go.
Awesome. Well, we look forward to spectating the gameplay, and then we'll talk to you afterwards. Should be good to go now.
What?
And it doesn't look like we missed any kills, so that's good. Yay. Now the audio levels are messed up? Or no? What's up, Maki? I think it's Maki, if I'm saying that right. X Nation is happy. I'm so excited that X agreed to be on the show. Really awesome. Up a little bit? Okay. Try that.
I want to see some Frost Trap gameplay.
I can't believe that you haven't seen X before, Langston. So he's been in some of the Mixer tournaments. I think he signed up for this weekend. I forgot to ask him that. For this weekend's Mixer mashup, which aren't you in that as well?
Oh yeah. We've been practicing all day.
Just watch you guys get matched up, and you'll be like, "Hey, I just met this person on Thursday."
Yeah.
He's playing with bad codes.
I'm not gonna treat him lightly.
No. He's one of the most competitive people. So thanks to Bad Frog actually for introducing me to X. I've gotten to hang out into his channel a few times, and I just really appreciate like how interactive he is with the chat. I appreciate his game skill, but also like he keeps everything really like upbeat, like just high energy the whole time. And even when Fortnite does that stupid stuff that Fortnite does, he manages to keep it light, if that makes sense, and not get like bogged down by it, which is hard, especially when you're trying to be competitive.
Yeah, and I've noticed a good sense of humbleness from him too, which is very hard to find in a lot of streamers, especially ones that tend to have high skill levels, or you know what I mean, been around for a long time. They tend to, it's hard to find that. So
like you can get a big head about it, kind of.
Yeah, he seems like a pretty cool guy. So
I didn't realize he has been around on Mixer since it was Beam. I didn't know that. I feel like we should have crossed paths by now, but if he was back in playing Overwatch hardcore, I probably wouldn't have seen him. Because I came over and was playing Destiny 1 pretty much exclusively when I first came over to Mixer or Beam. So yeah.
The good old days. Destiny 1.
Back in the day. But how long have you been around Mixer now, Langston?
Me? I just hit that 4-month mark the other day.
Yeah? Oh my gosh.
It feels like forever though. Because you get so welcomed like right in the beginning. You know, you meet streamers like this, like you and Names, and you know all these other streamers that we've been able to call family over the past couple months and just experience different types of gameplay. You start to call it home, and it just feels like you've always been here, you know?
Yeah. That's what I love. That's like, so Fortnite Triple Threat was just like, hey, I want to work on my hosting and shoutcasting. Let's throw together this event. But like now I can't imagine ever stopping, because every week, even if I knew the streamer before, it's like getting to know them at a more personal level, like getting to talk about their channel and their goals and like what makes them unique. And it's really awesome. It makes it feel more like one whole community instead of like disjointed channels, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. It looks like these guys are starting to fall into like some interaction over here. And what's that, Salty?
Yeah, they're pretty looted up. They're all at 200 health, which is awesome. X does have that bolt sniper, which I'm excited to see what he can do with it, because he does have the sniping skills. He put up a clip earlier this week of just like the dirtiest snipe ever. I think it was, I don't know if it was Twitter or Instagram, because he puts up clips on both, but I've seen some pretty savage snipes from him. I want to see one tonight. It seems like the fight is over, but it doesn't look like they picked it clean, if that makes sense. Like there's still ammo and materials sitting there on the ground. So like when you come across a pile of loot like that, you can see if somebody's been across it, if at least the ammo and mats are gone. But nobody even ran through that pile, which is really weird. Where they at?
It's been a leapfrog game the whole game. I've had plenty of those. This game can be very slow and then like pick up, especially now that you have these new crystals that you can pick up and go invisible.
Yeah.
Gunner and I have been practicing all day.
Wait, what are they called? Shadow rocks or something like that? Shadow?
Something like that, but I mean, you can see here, he just goes invisible immediately, and you can just fly across the map, and squads come out of nowhere.
So you go invisible, but like it increases how fast you can move as well?
Yeah, so you get this like low gravity feel, and you can phase through walls with the the click of a button, and you'll be fine. You'll be engaging with another team or just hanging out, and then all of a sudden these people just appear out of nowhere. I remember I was playing a game yesterday, and I trapped a guy in a box and put a trap in there and killed him.
Yeah.
And my trap, after he was dead, my trap just kept going off, and I couldn't figure out why. And eventually I got another kill, and it was just one of these guys was just invisible in the box with me.
Thanks, Vixie. There's shadow stones. Shadow stones. That's yes. Close. All right. But like so they time out, right? Like didn't X's right there timed out? Okay.
Yeah, you get 30 seconds, or you can manually remove them.
Interesting. I haven't got to try them because when I hopped into the new season, like they were disabled for whatever the glitch was, so I missed it.
They pulled it out pretty quick, so I think they realized the potential that people could have had, because I think they had one guy that was permanently invisible, and he was still able to shoot everything, so they had to pull that out pretty quick.
Gotcha. Well, so far, no contact. We'll see if I just jinxed them, but we're down to 33 people left. They don't have that far to go to the next circle. It's going to go up by Lazy Links in the motel. There is that hill just to the northeast of Pleasant Park, which is going to be in the next circle. Like, if I'm looking at the map here, you notice half of the next circle is, like, in the water. That hill on the northeast side of Pleasant Park is going to come into play, because that's, like, prime high ground. Unfortunately, X and his team are so far away from it.
Yeah, but you'll have all those people rotating from the tilted, those hot areas, the ones that went from island to tilted.
Yeah.
They're all going to be rotating along that west coast up towards the north, so they'll probably start running into a couple squad matches here. Yeah,
well, X seems to be getting some materials, so that's good. Stormbreaker over here. He's got that new Dark Bomber. Oh my gosh. This skin is so legit. Oh my gosh. It makes me so, happy in a dark kind of way. I don't know. It's like the anti-magic unicorn skin, because I always run Bright Bomber, right, with the Rainbow Smash pickaxe. Oh, we got contact. Frost over here built up a quick little 1x1. It looks like they're back by the diner, perhaps? Yep. Oh. Get ready. X wants to pick one off. He's watching a little bit to their south as well as the southeast, so I don't know if there's somebody wrapping around to his right, or if there's another squad. Oh, there's definitely shots coming from the south.
And he's got that bolt. Let's see what he
I think it's a second squad. I think this is a 3-team fight. Look at that build from Frost.
These PC players, they know how to shoot out of the ground.
Yeah. I think that they're getting pushed by 2 squads at the same time. And they have better circle position, which might be why they're getting so much pressure. So X is kind of...
They're not too far from a lot of those corrupted areas, too, where those invisibility stuff, shadow stuff, so good chance they've been followed this whole time.
Oh, that's a good point. Oof. X takes some damage. I think he's getting pushed. I hear footsteps, so he's going to build up. Frost gets taken down. Actually, they knocked down his structure because he got down by a fall. Storm is still looking good with about 160 health.
Every time I hear his name, NamesX, I just think of DMX's song, X Gonna Give It To You.
You have to ask him if that's where the name came from. I doubt it.
That needs to be like his intro video.
Oh my gosh. It looks like Stormbreaker is getting the revive on Frost, so if X can stall here for a little while, he gets some good damage. But the double team was too strong. He got the first down. I hope he gets out of here before getting confirmed. Oh, they got him. Frost and Stormbreaker moving over, but they just didn't make it in time. It looks like they're trying to break down this whole structure.
Seems like ever since a lot of these tournaments started coming about, that the thirsting meta, you know, immediately eliminating people that's down is so prevalent.
Yeah, I agree. Storm got good damage on 2 of the enemies, but he's still getting pushed. Oh, he has to reload. That's trouble. And the storm coming in. It's like everything was against him right here.
Yeah, Frost needs to play for himself.
He's only at 20 HP though, so he has 20 seconds, and the storm might end him.
Down.
He's gonna have to. He's not gonna make it to the circle before Storm kills us. He has to heal.
He can med up, and he's got a grappler gun now, so he might be able to pull himself out.
Yep, he grabbed it.
If he grabbed, nope. Yep.
Yeah, he grabbed it and the scar. He wanted both. That's so good. He should be able to make it out now with 24 HP, but I don't think that team was wiped. He confirmed that 1 kill, so there's still enemies at large. Down to 10. Yeah, they're sitting there camping the storm line.
Oh, he ran out of grappler. No, right at the last second, too.
Well, I think he saw them camping the storm line on him anyways, so even if he hadn't made it out, they were just ready to take him right out. That's a bummer.
That was a nice game to get the fingers moving and grooving, right,
That's
guys?
A warm-up. That's totally a warm-up. It doesn't count.
Too.
I know, right? It honestly, that was, we were talking about it kind of in chat. We knew we couldn't find anybody the entire early or mid game.
Yeah.
We knew they would all converge right at once. And that's kind of what happened.
Yeah, you got pinched like right in a V between 2 squads right there, both trying to push into the storm or out of the storm.
We were talking about the lethality of those shadow stones too, about how like you could spend the entire time running thinking there's no one around you, and then the shadow stones just give the like element of surprise for someone to just appear out of nowhere.
Yeah, and see, for me, and I think this is kind of big, especially with the, mixer mashup coming up and things of that nature. I use it to close distance. So I was just trying to, kind of trying to find some bodies to fight a little bit. So that's why I was trying to gain distance. So my team was looking in one direction. I was kind of going another. We're going to try to figure out, where some players at.
Yeah, I think if you, like those 2 teams, if you could have fought one team, finished them off, and then focused on the other, I think you guys would have had it. But being pushed by both at the same time was just not a good matchup.
Right. All right, guys. We're going to make it happen. Fragtastic Experiences inbound. Let's go.
Go get it, bro.
Do it.
X gonna give it to you.
So apparently that is part of his intro, said Maki.
Oh, is it? Nice.
Yeah. It's perfect.
Great minds.
Let's see. He's not even phased. Like that was a rough game, but he's just like, next game, let's go. And that's the right mentality to have, especially when you're playing a battle royale. You can't win every game. Situations outside of your control.
Another way I can tell these guys mean business is they're not jumping when you're jumping, like a certain someone did.
That's right. They're totally not phased because who was it that jumped as soon as I jumped out? Because they were like, oh, we're going.
I don't know.
We won't name names. I don't even remember who it was, to be honest. But
I don't either. He made up for it though.
But there were also people who, like, as soon as I intentionally die, they like were freaking out. Like, okay. This is intentional. It's okay. He is probably the top intro on Mixer. I can't believe I've never seen his intro. Now I have.
I love a good intro video too.
Oh, MakiBot donated $5. Says thanks for inviting X. Thank you so much, Maki. I just have notifications muted so that it's not taking away from the gameplay only for Fortnite Triple Threat. So I'm sorry I missed it. It did pop up here. Thank you so much for the $5 donation. I'm happy to have X here on the show. It's a privilege for me, and getting to interview him, get to know him, and watch his gameplay is awesome. I love this. Thursday nights are...
We don't have video right this second, but it looks like Frost has already taken damage.
Frost and Stormbreaker, both.
He's gotten hit 26 damage. Math check, but yeah, he's got hit by 26 damage. So he either got clipped by a shotgun or he took a nice hefty fall. No, that was definitely a gun.
He's down to 6. Okay, so I'm just watching the kill feed. NamesX got an elimination. Frost got someone knocked out. Frost is down and getting confirmed, and I wish I could speed this up. Maybe if I have an Xbox One X, this wouldn't take so long. This is ridiculously long. Never takes this long. Have you ever been in a game and you get dead and confirmed and you have a black screen for this long?
Not on PC.
Shut up. The worst. Unfortunately, we missed Frost getting down and confirmed. I know X got an elimination. Stormbreaker sitting at about, I don't know, 80, 85 health. And they're over in Pleasant Park. On the house to the north of Treehouse, I think. I need to get an Xbox One X so I don't have to deal with this. This is maybe the longest black screen I've ever had.
Want to play a 4th game?
This is ridiculous. And with that, Stormbreaker gets down, but he also gets an elimination. X is taking some damage. Oh my gosh. Stormbreaker's getting confirmed. X is at like 20, 25 health. I have no idea what's happening. Yeah, I did try hitting the bumpers too. Did try that. Sorry.
Oh my.
This is absolutely absurd.
Riot.
I mean, X has 4 kills, and we didn't get to see any of them. Oh man, he's still alive. We made it. I have no idea, guys. Yay. Chat, I'm so sorry. I wish we
Names, do it again. Do the exact same thing you just did, but do it again.
And then this time, oh, he got a chug jug. Thank goodness for that. I use foamy lizard grips.
This is like when you're at the movies and like the projector goes out like right at the cutscene.
Oh wow. This is like when your co-host, their dog attacks the squeaky toy, and that's all you can hear for 3 seconds.
I'm trying my hardest to hit the mute button. I'm sorry.
I'm kidding. So I think at this point, X is looting pretty aggressively, almost as if he owns Pleasant. I think that he might have squad wiped them. Let's see. Oh my gosh, we missed so many kills. Storm and Frost got a combined 4 kills. Storm had 3, and Frost had 1. X has 4, so they took out 2 squads, and I think that X is the only survivor. I will survive!
One thing we might be able to do, I have an idea that we could talk about maybe later after this, but it's something that'll give a little different take on the spectating mode.
I like ideas. I wonder if it's the same idea that Bad Frog and I were discussing. But anyways.
Was it just pulling up the streamer?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pleasant Park is one of those areas of the map that's like, it's exciting to land in because it's so open and you can pull off some pretty good plays, but there's so much loot that's just so spread out.
I love Pleasant Park.
Spread out. You got to rely on like fences for wood and bushes for wood. But I don't know. Yeah. I've always been a big Pleasant Park fan, but I tend to stay away from that area because you got to look at it too. Like, look at all the distance between Pleasant and Lazy, and Pleasant and Snobby, and Pleasant and Tilted.
But it does have like these rifts, you know, over here on the hill by the Durburger. So it's kind of nice if you can win Pleasant Park. You can pretty much fast travel to wherever you want to go. In this case, what's up?
Go ahead. I was going to say, this is going to be a great showcase for him to be able to show off his skills doing a solo squad match.
Solo squad. I just wish we had seen the 4 kills. That's going to drive me nuts forever that we missed it. So, bravo. Bravo, team.
29 left. That lobby just, like, depleted.
Yeah.
Disappeared immediately.
I feel like games have been going faster and faster. I think there's more players going after those initial engagements and less players playing defensive at early game. Oh, and here we go. X spotted a target. He just melted that guy's shield, but he has to be aware that there could be teammates. How is that guy alive? Oh, it's no teammates.
That's that no-skin llama.
No-skin
llama outfit.
I think it's hilarious, but it's so big. Like you just see him like waddling around with this llama.
You can emote it too to give it a little pet on the forehead.
He is on PC servers. Good point. So yeah, that was an interesting 1v1. Both of them the last people in their squads, and he absolutely destroyed that person. Sorry, friend and friend's llama.
Enjoy your lobby.
Bye.
There is kind of a trend set at the beginning of a lot of new seasons where a lot of the challenges are out and a lot of the new drop locations are out in the new areas, and it tends to like draw the entire lobby to one location, which I think is a big, factor as to why it just goes from 100 down to 20 in like the first circle.
Yeah. Makes sense.
See if he gets one of these shadow stones. See if he can sneak up on somebody.
I like it that he's using the shadow stones, especially when he's running solo. Why not? See what he can find. So freaky. So if you're coming up against a team that has used shadow stones, does this like purple trail show, or like they're absolutely visible?
What you see is what they will see.
Okay.
Yeah, what you see is what they see. So it's kind of hard to determine like where their body starts and ends.
Yeah.
So hitting them is harder.
Oh, you can fly? Oh my gosh, that's absurd. What do you think this is going to do to the game? Do you think this is like overly strong? Do you like it?
I am kind of hit or miss. I like the fact that they were smart to put a cooldown on it, where if you try to exit shadow mode, you have like a 5-second period where you can't really interact. You can't switch guns, fire, anything like that.
Gotcha.
Which kind of prevents people from just going invisible, following you, and then popping out with it.
I think there is contact in Tomato Temple. He spots one guy building up the little ramp there. I don't know if he's going to go after it or not. Just has to be really careful with attacking aggressively because he can get surrounded by a full squad in no time. But with that, he melts the first player's shield. There's at least a second teammate up at the top of the temple that I saw. No hits there, but also doesn't take any damage. He's getting rushed by the first player. Bold move. Oh, stink bombs are out. Takes about 10 damage. No big. Which is
That's one thing that PC players start to interact with too, is their roofs. You start to see a lot of PC players will push up with ramps, and they'll pop a roof at the top of their ramp that they can either edit through to keep going, or just use to stop the other player from building.
Gotcha. This one teammate was just trying to take down his build, not even realizing that he's already back on the ground. He gets damage on both of those teammates. But he's in at least a 1v3. There's at least 3 teammates here, if not 4. And he's gotten damage on, I think, all of them. I think that ceiling above his head was a misplaced build, but he recovers really nicely.
Yeah, that was the other player.
Oh, was it? A build block?
You have the ability to pop those little roofs across your own building, which if you put it above a console player's build, it'll stop them.
Gotcha. Some great shots there. Takes out one enemy, but does get some fall damage. And these stink bombs are being absolutely the worst, and he's in trouble. Down to, oh my gosh, one more tick, and he would have been dead.
Calculated.
Dude, I've never seen this effectiveness from stink bombs before. But they can't find him. Did they find him? Oh my gosh, what was that person doing? I'm sorry. That was so great.
He's a ninja. He's just disappearing in the build.
He gets some more damage. A nice block there.
Reload.
He's taken down, I think, 3 of them. I don't know if they got a revive, but the storm is coming in, and they're a minute 45 seconds out of the storm. That's a long run. Oh, he gives it only 18 damage on that headshot. What the heck was that?
One's gonna wither him down here. Yep.
Oh, he did it though. He finished off a second full
bandage.
squad.
Just let's go.
Come on, bandage pop.
Oh, he's in it.
That 1 second. That 1 HP. Wow. He just took out a second full squad, and just like that, he's up to 8 kills. I don't know if he has more medical supplies, but there's the edge of the storm. He should be able to make it.
I think he heard us. I think he heard us say, we missed it, do it again.
Do it again. Yeah, we missed the first squad wipe. Could you just repeat that, please? That would be fantastic. Actually, I don't... Oh, no, the storm's still moving. My fault. I misread the map. I thought it had ended there. I don't know if he has any more health supplies.
You think he only found one bandage? Oh, no.
Nope, he's got something.
There he goes. Okay. It's going to start ticking for 2 here once it gets down to the second or third circle.
He still has so far to run, though. The storm is going all the way to retail. My gosh, come on, X. After that beautiful squad wipe, I just don't know how much medical supplies he has.
He seems like he's got a plan. He's still moving towards the circle, which makes me think that he's got, you know, an idea, either a path for apples, which will give you 5 health each, or he's got enough bandages to kind of draw it out a little bit. But I think he also knows that this storm is going to start ticking for more if he doesn't get there soon.
Yeah, man. What
these bandages take what, 5 seconds to actually apply?
So if it's ticking for 2 and they take 5 seconds to apply, you only get a 5 health bonus from them. Is that right?
Well, he's gonna want to pop it before it's ticking for 2 now. So if he's got bandages, he needs to get those out by 10 health or more.
Okay, so that takes 5 seconds to pop them, right? And he's taking -2 health per second. He's losing 10 health for a gain of 15, which is a net profit of 5 HP. See what I'm doing there with that quick math? Oh, I just wanted to make it out so bad. I think he's going for this chest. I think he's out of healing supplies. This chest is his only chance.
Gotta be.
Nope, I don't think he's got it.
Oh, nope. I mean, he's below 10. No,
Oh my gosh.
Oh, he got it.
But he's still. I don't know if he can get out. I don't know.
How did he get that off?
It's so close.
Is our math wrong? Chat? Hello?
I don't know.
Maybe this is
maybe it does. Are you sure it takes 5 seconds to pop a bandage?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, come on, X. We're all cheering for you. This feels like the longest storm of my life.
I think he knows. I think he's playing it that way. He's hiding in the storm
no.
draw it up. Oh no.
But hey, with that he placed 4th. I wonder how many teams died while he was running in the storm.
I would have made that out. Yeah.
Oh, we wanted you to survive so bad.
We were wondering if you telepathically heard what we were saying, because in the beginning of the game we had this blackout period of like 30 seconds where you guys were able to wrap up like 5 or 6 kills, and we missed all of it. And Magic and I were both just like, "Hey, we need you to do that one more time," and you did.
Yeah, you know, as soon as my team went down, I was like, you know what? I kind of glanced over and I seen what happened, so I was like, let's see what we can do here.
Yeah, solo squads. Let's go.
That squad wipe was amazing.
It took me too long. It took me too long. I wanted to get that done quicker, and I kept taking unnecessary damage. So, but at least we got out of it. So
unnecessary damage.
Fantastic stuff for you guys.
It's solo squads.
Us, freshen up on our math skills too.
All right, this next one I'm feeling good about, though. This is it. 3rd time's the charm.
110%. Absolutely. All right, guys. We'll talk to you.
Okay. I wish I could have not had that black screen at the beginning, but wow, that squad wipe at Tomato Temple was impressive. And he's over here like, yeah, it just took me too long. It's like, you took out 4 people single-handedly. I think you should celebrate that. And yeah, the storm was the winner of that battle, but what are you gonna do? I tell you what, if the other team there hadn't had stink bombs, he would have made it out of that storm.
Yep. Here's a brain teaser for you. So if a storm leaves Lonely Lodge traveling at 30 miles per hour, 2 hours later, X leaves the station traveling at the same direction, 40 miles per hour with 10 bandages, who will make it out alive?
Oh. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah. It looks like they're headed to retail unless they're just a misdirect. I think the answer is 5,000 bananas because math word problems never have realistic answers.
Correct.
Yes.
All right, so you need to die immediately so we can get that 30-second blackout period out.
Dude, it was more than 30 seconds. I swear that was like at least a minute. That was the longest black screen I have ever seen. It's ridiculous. Stink bomb stink, but you ain't wrong. I'm still super impressed by that squad wipe. I mean, honestly, I think the other team's stink bombs did more damage to him than their guns did. Like, did they ever actually start shooting at him? Hardly.
They did. They lost as much track of him as we did.
That's right. I just thought it was hilarious when the guy at the bottom was trying to like chop down the whole structure, and X just comes up behind him and shocks him like, "Hello."
Yeah, I just picture him like, where did he go?
I don't know.
Is he in here?
That guy was hilarious. All right,
chat,
Frost Hits got a shotgun.
Oh my! Y'all got 1 minute, chat. Let it loose.
Ridiculous.
Oh God, names.
Oh
Not
no!
Now.
He
Not
confirmed
now. Hide
it.
in the box for a minute.
He got the knockout and confirmed it. I'm just watching the kill feed right now, which is blocked by myself. Sorry. Frost gets a knockout with a shotgun. I swear, I'm gonna get an Xbox One X for Christmas if this is unwatchable.
You should get a PC, just say.
I have a PC. What the heck?
You should play on PC.
I don't know how to do with the mouse and the keyboard. My hands just I don't know if I could train my hands.
Just roll your forehead across the keyboard.
Chat, this is my chance to talk to you since there's nothing to shoutcast about. And it's driving me crazy. Little Undone, welcome to Fortnite Triple Threat. How are you? This black screen. 10 out of 10. Panda is here. Hi. Come on, Xbox, Bad Frog. I know. This is absurd.
Where the imagination takes hold.
There's literally nothing I can do. Do we make this like a radio show?
Look how fast the compass is moving left to right. Just imagine the sway of the assault rifle tracking down its target.
I believe it, Undone. I believe it. Just wish we could see it.
Install a solid state drive in your Xbox and it might fix this, rather than buying a whole new one.
Vixie, I have done that before when playing, because I was in some private lobby matches. I'm actually going to be in a private lobby tournament, not really tournament, event Friday night.
Friday night, Fortnite.
So I'm going to be playing on PC with my controller connected. Why did I go off the cliff? That's on purpose because I'm doing Fortnite Triple Threat where I'm supposed to be commentating and shoutcasting on the gameplay, which we can't see right now because of relocating.
It does look like Names was able to recover a little bit.
What's up, Malibu?
Some bandages and a mini.
Storm's sitting here with 1 kill. That's good. That's the only thing we can see right now. I know that both X and Frost have multiple kills. We just don't know how many. Undone, I'm trying to do it. I do it weekly, so it's Thursday nights, start at 8 p.m. Eastern, that I've set up with a Fortnite streamer to feature them. I did try locating to someone else. It won't let me switch to anything. Thank you, though, Storm Angel. Sorry. I would if I could. I've done, this is like episode 8, I think.
I wonder if this is because you've got PC connections.
It could be. But I've done PC connection matches before, and it's never been this long.
Interesting.
Yeah, this.
Are you host?
No.
Okay.
I started it like 3 months ago, Undone, but I took a few weeks off to give birth to my child, my second child. Yeah, no, Bad Frog, right? Because we've been in PC lobbies before. And it's never been this long. So I'm really sorry, chat. I wish I could do something to fix this. I can't. Whoops. I don't want to report the player. Oh, hey, I can look at the scoreboard now. Frost has 6 kills. X has 3. Stormbreaker has 1. How did I do that?
Wow, 6 kills.
I can. Try commentating still? Like make up what's happening? Okay. All right, guys, we got the team here on the edge of retail. They seem to be spinning in circles for no apparent reason.
It's like a little ballet.
It looks like they are heading out in a southwesterly direction. X's.
Do you guys need us to reset?
I don't know what's happening.
We're not entirely sure what's happening, but we're trying to make the best of it and have as much fun as we can.
We can reset. We can do a quick restart if you want.
Keep going. You guys are down to 28. See if you can win. Like.
Okay.
You'll just have to give us the play-by-play afterwards.
Okay, sounds good.
Oh, look it, we're in. Yes.
All right, now do what you just did again.
What? I just pushed like select and start and.
No, not you. Him.
Oh. Stop. I'm so afraid to change perspectives. Frost, GG's on the 6 kills. We're gonna imagine that every single one of them was at least a 250-meter snipe, okay? Alright, cool. X over here with the triple kill. Does somebody want to invent a scenario that would be an excellent triple kill that we can all imagine together?
They were all no scopes. Every one of them.
Wow.
We wanted
180 no scopes?
He did it. Yeah.
We did see X kill a squad solo. Oh, he's gotta love that X spray. It's like it was made for him. It's perfect. 3 people lined up and he head-shotted them all. Head-shotted. From Gunner. Chuyito, hi. Alright. NamesX is... I keep saying that. X is shielding up. He's at 100 shield, 83 health. Frost is at, I think, 150. Stormbreaker's at a 100 overall. Frost is just below 150. So X has the most health at this point. They're okay. They all have, you know, most of their health and some shield, but they'll probably keep on looking for better loot when we move into endgame here. Only 23 people left.
It doesn't look like we're going to have the same problem as last game either, where they're outrunning the storm. Seems like they've got it under control this game.
First with a no-scope, second with a pistol, the last with a pickaxe. That would be a nice triple. I could deal with that. Killed them all at once with the dual pistols? Dude, that would be so sweet. That would be sweet. Have you ever done that, Langston? Gotten a multi-kill with like a single shot from like a shotgun or double pistols or whatever?
Yeah, only a shotgun. Something that can give you that wide spray. That's the only thing I've ever done that with.
That's really cool.
That was like somebody rezzing someone and I just pulled it at the right time.
Nice. It looks like Stormbreaker found a jump pad because he's glided off overhead. He could be the scout. Frost is in the storm here for a bit. I don't know what he's going after.
Must have found something good.
Oh no, please no. Please don't make this happen. I have like PTSD from being stuck in relocating. Yeah, they did get a jump pad.
Alright, so they're coming up on one of those corrupted zones, and I'm probably going to anticipate them all grabbing a shadow.
Shadow stone. How many shadow stones drop in these corrupted areas? I see some over by the shed there to their west.
Yeah. I mean, there's probably a good 10 or 15 of those at each one of those zones. It's actually a challenge this week too, which is kind of why you see a lot of squads just appearing out of nowhere.
What's the challenge to use? Oh, there's contact to his northwest at the edge of the mountain. I don't know if he saw him. It was at like 285. Yep. See where the shots are coming from? He just wanted that. He wanted to check his weapon. Ooh, it takes 1 bullet. I only saw 1 enemy. I don't know how many are over there. X is kind of flanking. Yeah.
Lately, another thing you're going to find out is that ARs are in use a lot more because a lot of people are getting. I don't know if they've increased the ability to get headshots or if they just increased, you know, AR accuracy altogether because they're just a whole new animal lately.
Oh, I like it. I like strong ARs. That could be fun. X is going to go rush him. This guy has no clue. Knocks him out with a shotgun. Does damage to the second. Somebody built up and blocked him. There he is.
Looks like X knows how to do some editing too, which is it's not very commonly found in Xbox players.
Yeah, he's done great. Stormbreaker does get a knockout. This might be the last one. This might be the last enemy. Oh, they couldn't easily knock him down right here. Oh, they missed a window of opportunity. They'll knock him down a bit. X got the elimination on the earlier player. And oh, that nice jump shot. But I think that they gave the kill to Frost there. Oh, look at their health right now. Throughout that whole battle, they took very little damage overall as a team. Impressive. Especially considering I think the other team got first damage because X got tagged first. And then after that, they just owned that whole battle. Storm's going to be moving in. They have a long way to run. A long way. They have to get past Fieldhouse.
Tilted.
Yeah, but they have to get, look at, oh, it looks like they might have a launch pad. Jump pad, my bad.
A frost trap.
Oh, that would be fun.
One of the cool things that people are doing now are building these huge ramps to the sky and putting a frost trap at the top. And then a downward ramp and just sliding all the way where they need to.
That would be so fun, but it's all right. We'll be happy with the jump pad. There are people still in Tilted. X sees them, so he's going to go behind Clock Tower. It's a squad of 3 or 4. One at the top of the hill, one at the apartments, one in the park.
Oh,
nice damage. I'm gonna switch over to Frost for a second. He's building up. Oh, he got behind him. Storm gets a kill and a confirm, but Frost gets down by a rocket.
To the forehead.
Stormbreaker is also down. It's X is the only one left.
Let's see if he can get the res.
Or the kill. Again, Storm is coming in. Frost gets confirmed. Yeah. No! It was so good. Another good placement round. And with that, Stormbreaker with 3 kills, NamesX with 4, Frost with 8. That's still a 15 kill match. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, all wins aside, that's still a huge feat.
Yeah. That's pretty awesome. I like this aggressive play. It doesn't always lead to wins, but it sure is fun to watch. It's kind of the opposite. So last Saturday, we were doing a charity stream and it was based on wins. We were playing so cautious, so defensive, and we were able to get the wins, but I think our highest kill win was 15, which is how many kills they had there.
GG's guys, GG's. Did you guys enjoy it?
That was awesome.
That was so really close.
Good. Yeah, we knew that taking that fight there was a risky fight. Like, we were honestly all in the comments saying like, yo, dude, we should not take this fight. We just wanted to try to make it as flashy and as fragtastic for you guys as possible, though.
Yeah.
It's kind of like play style, so.
That was definitely exciting. We're talking about how even though you didn't get the win, it was still a 15 kill game, which is pretty decent.
Yes, it does indeed look like Frost hits those.
He does hit those indeed. He does hit those indeed. So do you guys want to play one more?
It's up to you. I mean, I'm always down, but it's up to how much time you have and what your squad is up for. Okay,
I think we all talked about it. We got enough time to do one more and try to frag out and get this dub for you guys. So
let's do it.
We're gonna really try.
All right,
nice to see it.
I'm excited.
All right, guys. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying the experience. So again, we definitely really appreciate you, for doing this for us, 110%.
All right, thanks for being on the show. Go get him. Tits like kayaks. So cool. Yeah, I know. Watching these guys play is awesome. I wish that everybody cross your fingers for relocating screen Mercy so that we can see early gameplay as well.
We could pull up a past broadcast of X's and watch that intro video during the relocation.
I could do that. I don't know if I could mess with all that right now.
It's a lot of work.
I don't even figure out how to reconnect my Elgato, please.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, look at those. Oh, the dark bombers are so awesome and creepy at the same time. I need to get it.
All right, just whip it straight to the water.
I mean,
beeline it.
I do, but guys, if you're not already following X, please do. Can we get his link in the chat? He's been awesome, great to interview, and just such a classy dude. He's so confident and competitive, but he also is considerate. Look at that alliteration on the spot. And I super appreciate him being a part of Fortnite Triple Threat. We got a pretty insane lineup coming to you guys in October. I'm not trying to brag. I'm really excited. And every week it kind of gives me something to look forward to. Thursday nights, Fortnite Triple Threat, and getting to know some of these amazing Fortnite streamers. It's a lot of fun. All right, come on, relocation. Let's see what happens. So yeah, let me link right there. Guys, if you haven't already, click that link right now. This is your chance. Click the heart to give him a follow, and don't miss out on any more fragtastic moments. You don't even know what you've been missing. So take this relocating screen as a sign that you need to go and follow X's channel. Right? Making the best of a bad situation. We'll try the start and pause again. I think it was just the timing of it. I don't think it was like a secret code. And while you're at it, guys, my co-host here, I Langston, I gave him like only 2 hours notice. Oh, hey, I need somebody. And he was awesome to hop on and help me with the event. What's up, John?
Oh, yeah. I'm a huge advocate for this kind of stuff. You guys make this, a dream for a lot of people. So being able to support everybody is is what it's all about, especially on Mixer.
Looks like they're over here in Greasy Grove. No action yet to speak of. Stormbreaker popped a slurp and his shield is slowly climbing. Frost and X are both at 100 health right now.
Let's see if he can win the game within the relocation time.
Yeah. Thanks, Undone. I super appreciate that. And thanks so much for the follow. If you guys want, I do have highlight videos of previous episodes of Fortnite Triple Threat are up on YouTube. So I take clips of the interview, I take clips of the gameplay, and put it into a highlight video. I'm a few episodes behind. I'm trying to desperately to catch up. But that's the link to my YouTube if you want to go and check out former episodes. Down on Saturday. I'm concerned for the future of Fortnite Triple Threat if this is the cost of PC lobbies.
I couldn't imagine this.
Better.
Why.
It was better. Okay, NamesX here is at 50 shield, 100 health. Storm is at 175 from that slurp he popped earlier. Dude, can we just talk about how awesome Dark Bomber is again? Because I love it so much. Like, this is what I want to be for Halloween.
That would be an awesome cosplay.
I should just dye my hair black. Do it. In my skin light pale blue.
I think if Epic Games doesn't start making backpacks soon and like putting them on the market, they're doing themselves a big disservice.
What, like ones like this one?
Yeah.
That'd be pretty.
Or one with a puppy in it.
Wait a minute, so Dark Bomber came with the backpack, even though Bright Bomber didn't even come with a backpack?
Yep.
Ugh. Anger. Now X is rocking. What's this skin called, if you know?
That's I don't remember the name of it, but that's that kind of like ninja-esque one they made.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet looking. Yeah, I like it.
It looks like the island is starting to do something.
What is this? X is going for that Shadow Stone. I like it. Who the heck knows anymore with the island and the cube? It's just like, what's happening now? Who knows? Check it out. I wouldn't want to step in there. That looks so... Oh gosh, they're so brave. How terrifying is this? But it doesn't look like it's been looted yet. So hey, they take the little nice little spiral staircase. What's to the top?
Yeah, it's got like dust and like particles and stuff flowing around it now, almost as if the like island is maybe breaking.
Oh, interesting. What's it gonna do? Like drop the house on something? Like
well,
at
something
some
we've
point.
started to, I have no idea. Maybe it's gonna fill Dusty Divot was a rumor, but something that we've started to see lately are these little purple cubes that are like mold almost taking over the house.
Yeah. Interesting.
So maybe it'll just digest the whole house and refill Dusty Divot.
But for now, they can use it as kind of high ground and like a lookout location. You can see so much from up here, and you really get your choice of where you want to go to next. So X is kind of scouting around. Look at all of these.
Look at the lobby.
Shadow stones. What's up?
Look at the lobby. There's only 24 left already.
Whoa! What?
Have we even
what's
seen
that?
the first circle?
Oh, nice save. I think we're still at the first circle. Yeah. Wow. 23 now. Wait, what is that? There's like a smaller island below it? Interesting. Did you see that?
So there's runes at each one of these corrupted zones. Each one has its own little rune in the ground it's been elevating every time the island comes over it.
Yeah, so mysterious, right? Let's see what you're talking about.
So what's everybody's prediction on the island fiasco? What's going to happen with this floating, piece of earth?
Well, which of these locations has it been to already? Do you know?
This is the second one. It came out of Loot Lake and went straight by Pleasant.
Okay.
One to the left.
Did it go to this? It went here. Gotcha. Mm-hmm. So is it gonna continue to work its way around the map? I don't know. And end here by Dusty, kind of spiral around?
Maybe.
See that happening. Because you remember in the original map, this whole area by Dusty was just such a dead space on the map. Then they changed how Dusty Divot, obviously it was the divot, Like, it just used to be a big blank field right here. And, like, there used to be those factories right here.
I think the original map had, what, Flush Factory, Greasy Groves, Pleasant.
Retail.
And, like, 2 retail, and, like, one other, like, Dusty was there, but it was...
Lonely Lodge.
It didn't have hardly anything that it has now.
Yeah. BD Gamer, please don't spam the chat. And also, hi.
And also, hi.
And also...
He's going for the Kobe Bryant.
I heard some shots over here. I mean, wow. Just like that, we're down to 15. And now everyone on the team has 200 health, which just puts them in a great spot. I almost wonder... Oh, here's a shot. Oh. Nice little build off. More of like a defensive build on both sides.
Yeah.
X is going for that high ground now.
That's one of those, like, look into the eye of the bull situations.
Yeah.
I'll build my ramp, you build yours. Let's get this thing going.
Yeah, I think both of them were waiting for teammates to come and back them up. Oh, Frost gets an elimination. Storm gets an elimination. That might have been it. Was it just the 2? Let's check it out. It looks like it was just the 2 of them. Hey, Doug. Well, X served a purpose in that fight. He was kind of the distraction while Frost and Stormbreaker each kind of isolated the enemies and picked each of them off. I like it.
He does have kind of a grasp on those dual-wielding pistols. I haven't seen that used a lot lately, but I think it may be making a comeback.
Let's see it. Still haven't got to see a lot of snipes. Right now he's got a Scar, shotgun, a grappler, dual pistols, and I don't know what the 5th item is. Maybe a medical or shield item. From after that fight, Frost is sitting at 150 health, and X and Storm both have 200 still.
There's no shortage on jump pads.
Oh, sure. There's another enemy right here at 330, and one all the way down in the twister or tornado.
Yeah, so this is the
headshot. Oh, that was so good. The first shot right there, that 69 headshot. He gets the kill right away, and Frost eliminates another teammate. Was that another group of 2? They're just picking off these duo squads left and right. It's brutal. I love it.
I wish I could telepathically let them know that the storm is going to push. They don't get stuck again.
They'll be alright. They'll be alright. I think they have a plan.
Yeah, but it seems like they have grapplers and jump pads out there.
Yeah.
Yang, so.
Look at the chest over there. Getting some mats passed back and forth. I don't know. They don't seem too concerned about time. Oh, we got that hunting rifle. Let's see if we can get some plays out of this. Switches to a blue pump. Solid.
That was good. That was a hook shot.
Yeah. Can't hit every shot. He missed bouncy loot leg. That was fun. That didn't last for very long.
Taking the ATK on a stroll across bouncy loot leg.
Oh yeah. They don't have too far to go. They have plenty of time, 150. Yeah. But if they get into combat, as has been the story of this night, it's gonna be between now and when they get to circle. But we're down to 11 players. Wow.
And here's another growth in the game is that beam of light coming out of the ground over there at that rune that the island was originally floating over.
Yeah.
It seems to be the remnants of the island, so it looks like they may be trying to pop up some new locations here soon.
Interesting. No worries, BD. We're good. Feeling good about this game. I mean, it's obviously coming down to the wire end game here. If next circle is advantageous, that would be huge at this point. They've pretty much made a circle around the map.
Looks like they're going for that high ground. They noticed that they got 3 mountains inside the circle. See if they can take one for themselves. The floating island's also in there too.
Yeah. Yeah, they got Tilted. Tilted is just outside. They got Fieldhouse Greasy, Viking, Floating Island. Oh, there's a 50 shield down there. But oh, Frost is already back at 200 health. He must have found or had a 50 shield. So awesome. They're all back at 200. But this doesn't look like it's been looted. I heard a chest. I see a shield. You got that sniper ammo. So they might kind of stock up here for a minute as they get ready for this final section of the game and see where Circle's going to take them.
Getting into the top 10.
Oh, it's exciting. At this point, how many teams do you think are left?
It's always so hard to tell because you've got so many different pushes. Again, these circles are drawing everyone together, so you could have anywhere from a couple solos, some duos, and he's just sitting there eating popcorn.
Oh, there's contact at 105, 120. Oh, he gets a hunting rifle hit, but no contact there. Not afraid of alerting people to his presence whatsoever. Taking the fight to him. Oh, they're getting that loot drop. It's what it looks like. He's trying. Oh, there it is. A 90 shield hit. Circle's actually at their back, so this team to their east is on the edge. They're gonna have to move first. I hear somebody gliding. Looks like Frost is gliding up to high ground. Another 90 shield hit. A third, and that gets the knockout. So good. He's just softening them up.
That shield deleter.
And he got that one knock, so he got a second hit on the one player. Somebody else down there is weak. Frost has high ground, just kind of picking at their structure while X and Stormbreaker both move up. What a great team play right here. Look up right behind him. Storm gets that knock. They're ganging up on this player so hard. Stormbreaker took a lot of damage. Frost and NamesX took none. I think he was trying to go for the no scope. And just having fun now. It's a 3v4. If it's only one other team, it's a full squad, or it could be a couple partial squads. That's the real question. There was a chug jug, so I'm going to assume Stormbreaker's back there taking it. Indeed, he is. I spoke 1 second too soon. Oh. Predictive. All right. What do you think? Do you think it's one squad of 4? Do you think it's two duos? Just give me your best guess.
Honestly, I'm hoping it's a squad of 4. I'd love to see a good final fight.
All right. I'm gonna say it's 2 duos. I don't know why. I'm just feeling it. I'd like to see a good 3v4 final fight. That'd be a lot of fun. But I feel like it's a couple of duos out here. They're just gonna take them down one at a time, and it's gonna look like it's no big deal.
He is scaling that mountain. Very ballsy.
Double ramp, but even so, it's possible to be taken down. There are still rifts up here.
Brick too.
They're really concerned about if this team has high ground on them, which is fair.
There's so many hiding spots up there for them to be just waiting on them.
Yeah.
Could be an ambush.
Stormbreaker's down here at the bottom of the ramp. Frost is in the middle. X is playing aggressive.
I know, it's so fun to watch X because he's not even in a fight, but it looks like he's about to throw down with somebody.
Yeah. He plays aggressive. I like it. Like this, let's go, hop into action. In fact, he's gonna take that rift to kind of take a look around, see if there's a team up here or if they're clear. Oh, he sees contact down at the barn. Somebody building up at the barn or chopping down the barn. There's definitely a player at the barn to his south. I don't know if he saw him. I 100% saw a person at the barn.
Yeah, it looks like he saw that ramp finishing up and thought there was a team still there.
It's 2 different teams down there. Oh, he gets the 105. Now see the player at the barn on the right side? Now he's going to see it with the build. So there's 2 players there. One player, Stormbreaker gets a nice grenade hit to knock down one of the players. X wants to finish this guy in the water.
He wants to get in there.
He does. Fearless.
They already know they've got the victory. They've got one knock.
He's going for the no-scope. Oh my gosh, the guts on this guy. Oh, come on. He's getting fancy with it now. I think he's gonna go for a trap kill. Stormbreaker dancing. Oh my goodness. They're boxing him in. Does he have another trap or only have the one? He's still trying to no-scope. This poor player. Oh my gosh. And just like that, it's a 3v2. Can I just back up, rewind 2 minutes? Who said that it was 2 duos left? I know. I think it was me. I think I said there was. Totally called it.
Who'd have guessed that he Go for those scopes though. Like, what a way to finish up the like final game of his series.
Dude, that was brutal. He went for the trap kill. He went for the no scope. They were just like not even taking that other duo seriously. They were just having fun with it. Oh, that rift got
get
popped.
like some style points.
That's it. That's the other duo. Just popped that rift, so they could be dropping down right on top of this team now.
Looks like he's on metal now. I wonder if he's low on materials or if he's just switching because he's probably not gonna build with metal.
Oh, I mean, he burned a ton of brick. There's a team enemy, sorry, right there on top of the lodge. Oh, he was trying to hit that rift again. Here he is. Oh, he's got that P90 just spraying. Oh!
Oh no!
Stormbreaker comes up behind to finish that
back.
player. That was great. That pinch was great. One on each side came in. I don't know where the last enemy is. Frost is
not a duo.
There he is.
Oh, there it is.
Made it look easy. 67-meter assault rifle. Wow, are we glad that we picked a fourth game? That was impressive. Whew. 11 kill game. Very nice. Get some GGs in the chat for X, Frost, and Stormbreaker. What a great night for Fortnite Triple Threat. So fun.
Super impressive work too. It's not easy to go into a squad match with 3 people, let alone come out with a victory. So that's very kudos on them. And they did it with style too.
Yeah, it's definitely a challenge playing a 3-person squad, but they pulled it off. And I just loved X's just aggressive play and going after those no scopes at the end. Just having fun with it. GG's. We'll do a quick wrap up here with X once he pops back in the Discord.
All right, guys, we're here. We're here.
So many good plays. That was so awesome. I'm so glad you guys stuck around for a 4th game.
Yeah, we really wanted to, we wanted to get that W. We had to at least give you guys one,
I loved it.
And you try to do it with swagger, man. I saw the no scopes. I saw the trap.
And I think it's me getting used to this elite controller. It's a little, we got to work on it, but it was fun. It was definitely fun.
Came out with a win. People in chat were just commenting how aggressively you play. It's really fun to watch because you don't shy away from much of anything, do you?
No, I really don't, and I think a lot of that is based upon the fact that I know the more emotions that kind of come into play when you do anything in life for that matter, especially video games, the more shaky you end up getting. So I try to go into it as fearless as possible and just be as calculated as I can,
So it's kind of this idea of like pushing yourself and extending your comfort zone. Is that the philosophy behind it?
Exactly. I grew up watching shows like Dragon Ball Z. A lot of people can relate. And just transcending your limits has always been something that I've really been big on,
So how does that translate, you mentioned, into like real life? So I mean, I could speak to that, especially from like recently, and Langston kind of knows what the last few months have been like for me. But what do you think about extending your limits from the real life perspective?
Yeah, are we like going Super Saiyan in the drive-thru menu, or what are we talking about?
Well, I mean, I think a lot of it stems for early on. I've always been like a manager or boss in like my respective field, and a lot of it's been customer service related. So with that being said, like I've always had to make sure that I could handle each situation very, very calculated and make sure that everything was good to go, and I just learned early on that, emotions kind of, when you're very into a situation in general, it kind of inhibits your ability to really, I guess, critical think the right way.
Oh, yeah.
One of my favorite rappers, T.I., he had a song when I was growing up. One of his quotes, it said, "Don't ever let your emotions overpower your intelligence." And that's kind of something that like resonated with me heavy.
Yeah, absolutely. Logic and experience will trump that every day.
I agree.
Which, that scene real quick. There we go. I completely agree with you. I think that pushing your own personal limits and boundaries is important. And I mean, you have to do it in a calculated, smart way, making smart moves, but letting just fear of failure hold you back. It's gonna stunt your growth. You're never gonna be able to reach your full potential if you're not afraid to step out of your own area of comfort. And that's a hard thing to do, but in the long term, I mean, that's how you grow as a person, is by taking those chances. And I think it pays off in the games of Fortnite too. You're never going to learn how to win a solo squad of 1v4 unless you actually just go after it. And I think that was a lot of fun to see how your mentality translates into your gameplay. It's really cool.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So I do have a couple of wrap-up questions, but I'm going to leave some space for Langston if he has anything, and then also chat. This is your chance if you want to post some questions. I can pull a few of those from the chat as well for wrap-up here. So if you have questions for X, please leave them in the chat. But Langston, did you have a question?
Well, you mentioned that you were a manager and a leader outside of the stream. So do you work as well as stream, or is streaming kind of your full-time thing?
This is my full-time job. My last job was area supervisor for a fast food chain, and I left that back in June. So since June, I've been 110% full-time.
So what drove you to make that change? What gave you the confidence to want to make that leap and, trust in the stream, not only financially, but just, as a long-term option?
I think, and this one's, it's a very like deep question for me, So with that being said, my father passed away a couple years back and stuff like that, and he always made me promise that whatever my passion was, I would like see that through, and I wouldn't let anything stop me. So with that kind of being said, it's something that like I really wanted to do, and I thought that if I applied myself, if I grinded, did the research, tried to develop all the good habits, learn from some of the best broadcasters on Mixer, and try to develop a nice supportive community. Thank you to my family as well too, because they've been a huge support. But kind of along that, I don't think if I didn't have such a structured foundation between all those things kind of put together and have that passion, the drive to want to succeed out like more than I wanted anything else, I don't think I would have been able to do that.
Yeah, it's very hard to make that leap, and honestly to be able to trust not only in, your community, but also trust in yourself that, it's the right call, because so many people can, know what their passion is, but it's hard to follow it. It's hard to be able to make that gut decision that, this is what I want to do. It's going to either work or it's not, but I'm going to do it and make that big leap. So that's a huge shout out and a huge feat. So hats off to you, man.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Yeah, I think it's super inspirational to hear kind of where you're coming from and what that driving force is behind you, and also to hear that your family is supporting you, because I think a lot of people are in a spot where maybe people in their real life don't really have their back when it comes to streaming, and that can be it can cause a lot of friction. So having that support structure, especially like in your own home, that's backing you up to do this, I think is so awesome, and I think that will really help to spur you forward as you continue on as a full-time streamer. It's exciting. I'm excited to see where your channel goes in the next, the wrap up of this year, the next 2 months, and then heading into 2019. I think that big things are ahead for you, and it's going to be fun to watch.
Well, thank you. I'm very excited as well. We have a lot of things we're working on for the channel right now. I have a great team, behind Next Nation. A lot of key people help pretty much make the day-to-day things run, and we've really kind of upped our game a little bit. So it's crazy because we've only done this for give or take around 9.5, 10 months, and we've learned so much. We've came so far, and I think that it's hard for us to really fathom where we are right now, and it's moving so fast, and it's crazy. It really is crazy. We're very fortunate and very blessed.
Yeah, that's always one of the most crazy parts, is to be able to like look back, just reflect and think of where you were a year ago, and just be able to say, a year ago I was doing this, and I can't even believe that like this is where we are now. So
absolutely.
So where do you see yourself in the next 6 months, X, if you're able to tell us, or if you have ideas in mind?
Well, to be honest, I think the next 6 months, obviously we have PAX coming up here in January, so that's going to be very big. That'll be my first event.
PAX South or?
Yes, PAX South. And then we have, obviously we just joined
I don't know. Sorry, X, I'm gonna have to ask you to back up for a second. You were talking about going to PAX South, and then I lost connection to Discord.
Okay, right. So PAX South, that's gonna be my first event. It's going to be very, very important, very big for me. It'll be the first event with my stream team, Passion, as well too.
Oh yeah,
Um,
that's awesome.
yes, and we have a lot of great people in there. You guys met Storm earlier. You know, he's a member of that as well too. So as a team, we're doing a lot of great things. So it's I think the biggest thing the next 6 months, you're gonna see me trying to talk to a lot of different individuals from a business standpoint. You know, at conventions and things of that nature and sponsors. And I think we're really gonna dive deep into as competitive and as high octane and fragtastic as humanly possible when it comes to whatever game we're playing.
Yeah.
Um, and there's a lot of great titles coming out. You know, there's going to be a lot of different things we dive into, and I think that's very important to kind of touch up on as well too. A lot of people ask me like, "Yo, X, like, what's going to happen after Fortnite?" You know, like
Mhm.
I know you love
Black
Fortnite,
Ops.
man. You know, and that's your thing, but you got to have something else. And I try to tell them, as broadcasters and you know influencers, the skills that we learn that kind of transcends the game. You know, it's not
Yeah.
limited to just the game we're playing currently. And for me, like I said, we pride ourselves on fragtastic experiences. So it doesn't matter what game we play, it's
Yeah.
always going to be fun. It's always going to be fragtastic.
I love
Yeah,
it.
and it doesn't look like Fortnite's really going anywhere for anytime soon. So
No.
Absolutely.
Well, what about Blackout coming out? Are you going to be trying that out, or did you try it?
I was fortunate enough to get the beta. The first beta when it was not the BR, it was just kind of like the public matches and stuff like that. We actually went 8.5 hours undefeated, all on stream.
Wow.
So that was, and it was open lobbies, random
Eight
squads,
and a
and stuff like
half
that.
hours undefeated. Oh my
Yes,
gosh.
it was actually very, very insane. A lot of high kill games too. It was very, very good, very fun. And then the BR version, the blackout version, I think I got maybe like 20 wins before they disabled it.
Wow, that's incredible. So you are going to be diving into Blackout, is that what I'm hearing?
I am, yes, I
Okay,
am.
gotcha.
We're gonna be, you can see me with that.
Hey chat, welcome back. Sorry, I don't know what happened to get disconnected, but we're just wrapping up. It's exciting to hear what X has coming up on the horizon, jumping into some Blackout and then continuing on with the fragtastic high octane experience for everybody. And it's going to be a lot of fun. Great. All right, chat, this is your last chance to ask any questions. Little Undone, I think you have one. Go for it. Chat, go. Chat, go. Somebody told me the other day, they're like, why do you call them chat? They have names. I'm like, I use the word chat as like a general term. It's talking about the group of people that are in the chat. I don't know what else to call them.
Right?
yeah, it's like saying "Hey team" or "Hey, you know, hey
Yeah.
guys," whatever.
Guys.
Guys and gals.
That's right.
Oh my gosh.
No
Little
discrimination.
Undone.
What? Okay,
She's
it's all
been-
right. Go ahead and recap it, and we'll see if we can figure out what you're getting at. Oh, I was gonna ask this. Where does the name come from? X. NamesX. Where did that come from?
Is that like a James Bond thing? The name's
Kinda,
X.
yeah. You know, I've always wanted to be like a secret agent or something like that. Always loved superhero shows as well too. When I was growing up, early 2000s, Teen Titans was a very prevalent show on Cartoon Network,
Gotcha.
and
Yep.
yeah.
they had a villain called the Red X. So
Oh yeah.
where a lot of that came from.
Ah, that's pretty cool.
You're probably my age, dude.
Yeah, I'll be 26 this year.
Oh yeah, you're right behind me.
Youngins. All y'all youngins.
Oh my gosh. Here we
X,
go.
what does your stream schedule look like these days? So I know you're full time. Do you have a set schedule?
Typically, I do on a week-to-week basis. Usually, it's around 8:30 a.m. Eastern every morning. Except for Sundays, I only take Sundays off.
Gotcha.
However, I've been trying to do a lot of two-a-days lately. So, you might see maybe one day I log like a 13-hour stream from like 8 till late at night, or maybe I just do split it in half, and we might start later the next day. It's always going to be every day. Usually in the morning, but sometimes it does fluctuate a little bit.
Okay, so your end time is a little bit like non-determined, but 8:30 a.m. tune in.
Well, I got a
Yep.
question to follow up with that.
Sure.
Work life or not work life? Well, I guess in this case for you, yeah, work life balance. How, as many other content creators, tune in and listen to this, what is some advice you would give to them regarding, how to balance stuff like that, where, maybe they want to stream for long periods of time or just every single day or just incorporate it, throughout their life, whether they do split streams or whatever. What's the best way to keep that that balance. So not only you don't get burned out, but also, you know, you can still keep it kind of fresh.
Sure. And I think that's a very good and very intricate question. Me personally, and this is different for everybody. So I guess I should start there. It really is different for everybody. We all have our own limits, and kind of understanding what that is always good. You know, chances are, and I think this is something that Scythe may have actually said, and I watched it on the last convention. But I think it was something that I hold very dear. You know, if your chat and your mods see it, chances are it's kind of too late. You know, it's something that's been going on for a little bit. You know,
Yeah.
So with that being said, I think it's just good to know your limits. You know, if you feel like you're getting irritable, or maybe you know you're getting frustrated at the game, or something just doesn't seem normal, I think it's a good time to kind of reevaluate how long you've been streaming. Maybe take a couple, maybe do shorter streams. You know, me personally, I can't do long streams a lot of times.
Hmm.
I typically like to do like maybe 4 or 5 hours. I feel as if I get a good balance of energy, especially while I stream early in the morning because I have that energy. And towards the way I kind of do my streams is I'm very high energy early on, and as we kind of go deeper into the stream, it gets more focused on gameplay because my energy levels start to go down a little bit as far as like talking a lot, you know.
Yeah.
So I think that once I start to realize I get to that point and now I'm starting to be too quiet, I'm less interactive and stuff like that, it's usually my time to take a little break.
Yeah, makes sense. I think that's a good way. And being able to know your own limits, I think, is important. I'm gonna wrap it up with a question from chat. So Little Undone said, and we'll close on this one. What made you think of streaming? Did it start off as a hobby, or did it just come out of the blue?
It was a hobby, absolutely. It was definitely a really big hobby. I was working full time, running 7 different stores, working anywhere from like 60 to 70 hours a week. So I didn't really have a lot of time to dive into streaming. So I would just do it for fun and just kind of hang out with my buddies and just kind of record content, you know, just to see what happened. And so that's kind of how it got started. And then, like I said, you know, once I realized how community oriented, sorry, that Mixer was, it really gave me the opportunity to see that it was something different. It could be something much bigger. And that's kind of how it kind of all came together.
Awesome. I love it. Well, thanks so much for taking the time to kind of hang out with us today and talk about your channel, and look forward to see how the rest of the year treats you, even like this weekend with the Mixer mashup. So we'll be cheering you on. I have so many teams to cheer for now.
Yes, it's definitely a very big weekend for a lot of us.
Oh, that'll be exciting.
But again, thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate you and Langston both. You guys are phenomenal. Again, you know, me and my teammates from earlier really wanted to thank you guys because you guys are awesome. Thank you.
Well, thanks for being here. The show's not possible without you, and hopefully getting to introduce you to the Mixer community at large, because more people need to be driven to your channel and to see what sets you apart. So I think that more people we can push in your direction, the better, and it's just a way for the Mixer community to come together as a whole. So right now there's a lot of Fortnite streamers, but instead of looking at that as competition, look at it as an opportunity to meet people that maybe you haven't seen before and find out what these other streamers have to offer. And I think what you're offering, that sense of community, that sense of competitive gameplay, and the interactivity and high octane gameplay, I think is something really special.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate that.
All right. Well, with that, guys, I'm going to close off this episode of Fortnite Triple Threat. Thanks so much for everybody for watching. Thanks for the mods for hanging out. And this is your chance, guys. Make sure to go and give NamesX a follow. You can catch him tomorrow, catch him Saturday, especially for the tournament, and go cheer him on for the Mixer mashup coming up this weekend.